What's up, everybody? It's your boy getting ready to rock out. Dun, 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 dun.
Hi, my name is Samuel. I'm an artist and creator, and I created CosmicWars when I was 12 years old. And now I get to share it with you after all these years. And I can spend this entire time trying to convince you why I would love for you to back this campaign. But I'd rather just share.
In the shadows of the cosmos, a war is on the rise. A pirate with a broken heart, with treachery is his disguise. Zarkina betrayed his brother for power and for gold. With the whispers of the art, the neon star, legends left untold. Through the starlit skies he sails, reckless and unbound, while beneath Crystalia's castle lies treasure to be found. But Gorf, the protector, stands tall in his fight, with armor forged in honor and strength that burns so bright. Light gives away from peace tonight, the Ezos call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for Gorf is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war. Together we will rise.
What's up? All right, let me get this screen out the way. What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be drawing. We're going to be working on a scene from the book where Gorf is in the ice cave. Let me get rid of this one right here. All right, here it is. Boom. There it is. So we're going to be working on a scene where Gorf is in the ice cave and being hunted. He's being hunted right now. So, we're going to see how far we can get today with the inks and colors. What's up in the house? What's up, Kevin Davis? What's up, Mariano Rivera? Let me get some music going in the background. But first, let me put this on. Okay. Let's see. Want to make sure. Okay, there it is. I want to make sure my voice is coming along. That's good. Always takes me a minute because I'm streaming on 6 platforms right now. So it takes me a minute to get everything set up. So bear with me. What's going on? Get all my devices in order. All right, there's that. Thumbs up. All right, there's there. And lastly, what's that? Before in the house. And lastly, let me check one more thing, and then I will start working on this page. Because I don't know if some of these programs actually alert anybody when this is happening. But I am going to get this set up, hit the thumbs up, share, join me live. All right, cool. All right. So this is a scene from the book. I'm going to try, because I am streaming on multiple platforms right now. Oh, here it is. I'll move this over here so I can see this. It's going down. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Working on this piece right here. All right. So I gotta get the music going too. Sorry. I keep forgetting the music. Night driving low. Can I hear it on this? There it is, yeah. There's that one. Night driving low. All right, cool. Whew, so we're in the final 7 days of the campaign. And it's always nerve-wracking during that time because I did lose a backer today, unfortunately. And that sucks. That always sucks when you lose a backer and you don't know why. But it's the name of the game. But we still have some time and we have some amazing stuff, and we have some really cool stuff I want to give away. So we're ready. We're like so close to unlocking another stretch goal. And raffling off the 2003 issue 0 first printing edition of Cosmic Wars, where once we get to 2,000 in pledges, we raffle that off to one lucky backer. You can't find it anywhere. It's no longer distributed in comic shops. And fun fact, issue number 1, I have to say it because it's like bragging rights. Issue number 1 sold on eBay for over $100, and it's also another copy is listed on Walmart.com for about $104, which is very flattering because they were produced in 2003. So I'm willing to part ways with one of my copies of issue 0 from 2003, still in premium mint condition, bagged and board and signed by me. If we get to $2,000 in pledges, I'll be raffling that bad boy off. So, and then we are 8 backers away from everybody getting the art of Cosmic Wars sketchbook, digital edition, the new edition, not the original sketchbook from back in the days. This is a new one based on the art from the storyboards from the comic that I'm doing right now, which is also cool. I was going to take a break from streaming today, but I grew up in Jamaica, Queens, right? So I'm stubborn. I grew up a kid that didn't was very competitive. So when I saw that I lost the backer today, I said, no, I have to go online. I have to, I got 7 days left. I got to get people excited about Cosmic Wars. So instead of taking a break today, I just got determined. So I'm just stubborn that way, I guess. But then after the stream, I'm gonna go and watch a movie with the wife and just chillax and have a glass of sangria. But for now, it's business. It's all business. And so just promoting Gorf. And while I am pleased with the outcome so far, I really would love to break 50 backers. And we're close. We're close to that. That's the first step. Once we get there, then we move on to the next step, right? But let's get there first. And if you're watching this and you're a gamer, this is as close as gonna get to a video game in a book. Give CosmicWars a shot, because you're gonna love this. And all you fantasy, sci-fi, adventure seekers and lovers, you're gonna love CosmicWars. I'm telling you. If anybody loved Duty or Forbidden, think about it. The same guy who gave you Forbidden and Duty is bringing you CosmicWars, and it's a bigger universe. It's more vast. It's a lot more complex, a lot more characters. And this is where the magic really happens. Like, I'm really excited because this is where all my best work is coming from this series. I'm showing the pages that I want to show, but I'm not showing some of the most intense pages that are coming up, because I want to keep that for when you actually open the book. There's some really, and some of them are just taking a lot of time to render and draw, because it's so much happening in these scenes. So I didn't want to give too much away, so I'm just showing the stuff that is safe to show. I went and got a haircut this morning. I started looking like a caveman. My hair was getting crazy. So I felt good. I got a fresh cut. Then I went to HEB and did some compra. Got some tamales. Had some tamales with eggs over easy and some white rice for breakfast. Can't get any more Spanish than that, man. They were good too. And I had café con leche. It was delicious. Just chilling. Ain't nothing better than eggs over easy fried over white rice and some sea salt. And if you put some sweet bananas, or we call them maduros, on the side, was some a nice freshly baked piece of bread with butter. Ain't nothing better than that. I'm talking this up here. Nothing better than that. It's delicious. All right, so now, because he's in a different layer than the cave. I think I'm gonna put the cave in like a different blue layer. I do the blue lines for the snow because it's easier to color and manipulate it, and it creates a more realistic scene for snow, because I can always change the tone of the blue when I go into like transparency mode, or if I go into like the masking, stuff. So I always do it on a separate layer, the backgrounds. And if I'm doing the ice scenes, I do it with blue. And, if you were on the stream yesterday, you know that, some of my favorite scenes from movies were like the winter scenes in Star Wars. My favorite action figures were in G.I. Joe, were like Blizzard, Frostbite, Snow Job. Those guys were the best. Iceberg. So something about a winter scene and winter battles, I don't know, just resonates with me. And it just looks good on paper, man. I mean, on computer, and when you print it out, it just comes out so amazing. Texas has been getting hit with a lot of rainstorms, and at least Dallas, and tornado watches. There was a hailstorm the other day, and they were like, and the raindrops were like softball sized raindrops. They were like pummeling. I was running from the office. This is a separate layer, so I don't have to worry. I was running from the office to my car, and it didn't matter. I was drenched. I was done, son. I gotta go back here. It's a separate layer, so I can go over him, but I wanna. He is behind this wall. So, actually, no, he's behind that wall, so that can't be there. This is the wall. Yeah, so I just want to make sure that that wall's there. He is there. Sometimes I forget with the lines that I put where it is. And because if I just take them out, you'll see when I drop the colors, it all makes sense. That's what I love about layers, because I can draw in the background, and so if you're looking at this and you're like, what's he doing? He's ruining it. He's ruining everything. Nah, because when I start dropping the colors on Gorf, those lines disappear. Because if I just do that, boom, they're gone. And if I do this, that's gone. And you notice that now this area here needs to be filled, right? Because that line there is blocking. So what I'll do is I'll just close off Gorf for a second. So when I drop the inks, that'll be closed off. When I drop the colors, I mean. Now it's closed off, right? So I went back to this. You don't see it anymore, but now that's all closed off, and I can just stop dropping colors. So if I go to this one that I was working on yesterday, I finished that one. I'm pulling the colors from it. So I can just start dropping the colors, and then what you'll see is, in a second, so now, actually, if I pull the lines back here, they start vanishing, right? So let me do the gold. Let me get the gold in there. Now I noticed that here I did not add the circle here, so I'm going to put that there. Go back in here. You should be there. And get a skin color. I know I should create a file with all the colors, so I don't have to keep going back to an art piece that I already did, but haven't had time to do it yet. Get the hair color. Boom. Drop that in there. Bang. Bam. Oh, you like me now? Oops, don't want that. So now, now you see the lines just vanish, right? So now I don't have to worry because the lines are gone. But what I noticed here was I have to get that in here so I can see. There. Now I'll drop that color in. Boom. There. So now he's standing there, and I just love the way he pops out, right? So he's standing there, he's watching, he's on guard, and now the lines are gone because he's in the front layer. So it makes it easier for me to, it's the magic of drawing digitally. If I did this by hand, none of those things would be an option. All right? But now what I need to do is make sure that that line is gone. So I'm going to take this, go over this, because I see the black. Sometimes you catch these things. Boom, there. All right. So now I can go back to what I was doing with this. And then I'll probably do the ice monsters in a different layer as well. The crimson, I'm sorry, they're called the crimson. But yeah, so if you're watching this and if you're digging this art style and the character, you know, head over to Kickstarter, please, and back it. All physical backers get a free sticker, and all backers over $25 get a free sticker plus a free limited edition trading card. You know, and we already unlocked another sticker, so you can. So if you have the potential of getting 3 free things on top of whatever you pledge for, and then and we're close to unlocking a couple of other things. So lots of cool stuff. We also have a blind bag option where you don't know what it's in the bag. You know that it's a comic, it's a print, it's a sticker, and potentially an original piece of art. You don't know because it's random, and any cover could be inside that book. So that's also cool. And then we have like the final countdown bundle, which is pretty cool. Really good price. You know, if you are a fan of Duty and you're a fan of Psycho Sal, and you missed the cover that I did, the mashup of Duty as Psycho Sal, number 8 by William Russell. Check out that cover. I have 2 left. It's available as add-ons on the Kickstarter. First come, first serve. Oh, I just realized what I just did. I started doing those. I gotta erase all that. Dang it. I did those on a layer that I shouldn't have done it. Here we go. See? That also happens too. When you're working with layers, sometimes you work on a layer you shouldn't be working on. So I gotta correct this. Okay, boom. Redo, and then now go back to the original layer. Now I gotta do that all over again. So that sometimes sucks too. So also name your layers too, so it's easier. So what I normally do is I group them up. I put them in a folder. Like Gorf would be in a separate folder. The Crimson would be in another folder. It makes it easier to when you're bouncing between layers, and then when you have, I end up with, like, this piece will probably end up with maybe 20 layers between the pencil, the ink, the vector file lines, the vector lines layers, and then the color layers. So it's always good to label your folders, to put them in folders and label them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these guys on a separate layer. So when I'm dropping colors, I'm not screwing it up. So let me do another layer with these guys. All right, let me zoom in. Now, these guys get a little more detailed, and maybe I'll do them with a darker blue so I can differentiate. I don't know about any of you, but I'm a big sangria fan. I love sangrias. It's just refreshing. It's not a drink that's going to get you all loopy and drunk or whatever, unless you're drinking gallons of it. And the real sangria usually has like fruit in it, and when it's freshly made. But it's like the best. I think I'm gonna put him some teeth there. There you go. Get some Toothless Rufus in there. Yeah, I think I'm going to continue watching The Night Agent tonight, which is on Netflix, and I love that series. I can't wait for Reacher season 3, I think it is. I'm waiting for that. I want to see Warhammer with Alan Richardson. That looks good. Yeah, I would make my own in the summer. Yeah, and when I used to live on the East Coast, when I would go to my brother's house, to Bobby's house, he'd make it too. And it's just delicious. It's just refreshing. It's like and it's a casual drinking. It's not like you're guzzling. It's like you're sipping, you're talking. Like this glass that I have in front of me will last me throughout this entire stream. Just one glass. It's a sipping kind of drink, and it's just relaxing. Now, because it's a silent killer, if you drink too much without realizing it, and you're not eating, then it'll sneak up on you and it'll get you all messed up. So moderations, man, and always eat. Like, it's great. Sangrias are great with, like, like like cold cuts and cheese and olives, maybe some jalapenos, or it's just like snacking stuff. Back in the days when I created Catch the Craze podcast, in the early days, in the early 2005, 6s, we were very fortunate enough to get a lot of mainstream indies on our show, and some really like talent, important people in the game. We had like LaShawn Thomas, producer of the Boondocks. We had the Dable brothers. We had Brian Bendis and Oming on the show. I think Michael Oming we had on the show. We had Brian Polito. We also had what's her name? I forgot. She played Witchblade in the series. The actress. We had her on the show. Yancey Butler. Yeah. We had a lot of cool people on the show. We had Doug Jones. He was he's an actor. He was in the Hellboy films. So I was reminiscing about that stuff. I was like, man, back then, like, it was easy to get people on the show and people who were like big in the industry. And I think it was because back then podcasting was so new and exciting that since we were groundbreaking, there was not really any competition. It was easy to get guests of great caliber, and then once everybody started joining the bandwagon, now the guests weren't flocking anymore because they had so many other options and bigger platforms. So, but it was a fun ride while we had it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play the theme song.
In the shadows of the cosmos, a war is on the rise. A pirate with a broken heart, with treachery is his disguise. 'Cause our king now betrayed his brother for power and for gold. With the whispers of the ark, the neon star, legends left untold. Through the starlit skies he sails, reckless and unbound, while beneath Crystalia's castle lies treasure to be found. But Gorf, the protector, stands tall in his fight, with armor forged in honor and strength that burns so bright. Light years away from peace tonight, the echoes call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for Gorf is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war.
I have to put you back here.
Together we will rise. As our king now sets his trap with darkness in his soul, Gorf races through the galaxies to save us from this toll. Lord evil unleashed as chaos unfolds. Our heroes never falter, they brave what fate beholds. The past holds hiding secrets, but love can heal our scars. Beneath this battled surface, a princess wishes upon a star. With Ramsey's wisdom guiding him every night and day, they'll shield the light within them, while shadows try to sway. Light years away from peace tonight, the echoes call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for Gorf is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war. Together we will rise. Light years away from peace tonight, the echoes call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for Gorf is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war. Together we will rise.
That was my theme song to Cosmic Wars. I love that song. I absolutely love it. I hear it in my head all day, every day. All right. So those guys are done. And if I just vanished you for a second and go back to these guys, finish getting that cave going, that entrance. So this way I can all right, so then what I'll do is I'll eliminate this for a second. Turn you guys on, get rid of that. Now you see, I gotta do that too. Once I close those off, I just gotta close you off. Oops, wrong color. Okay. So, oops, I did it again. All right. So right now I'm just keeping them a dark blue. And I'll zoom in. And then you'll see how it makes sense in a minute, because you're like, he's got layers upon layers. How does he keep up with it? But this helps me because when I want to do a sub layer, if I don't have them on separate layers, what I do to one, I have to do to all. So this allows me to not about that. Then I just want to get rid of all these little white spots that I see. And then maybe a separate layer for this, the eyes. I want it brighter. And the teeth. I'll do the same thing with your eyes, and your teeth, and your eyes. This way you're done. Now the two in the back, I'm going to do a little different shade, a little darker for the two behind him, right? But that might be too much. Maybe just go this way. That's better. Don't want that. A little lighter instead. All right, we went lighter instead. I think the other ones do the same thing. All right, let's zoom in for a second. Close all those holes and those white spots. Another trick to get rid of the white spots, I usually do a sub layer that's just plain black. So it hides all of those little dots so that I'm not going and zooming in and trying to find it and close the gap myself and all that stuff. It takes forever. Oops. Yeah, so just I haven't been able to figure out when I drop the colors how to get all those little nuances in the background. But let's zoom out now. And now when I do this, so you see they're all there, but then when I add the cave, boom. Now we're cooking with grease, right? So make that the primary. So now with the front, I'm going to drop a darker blue towards the front because they're in a cave, so it shouldn't be I want this instead. Let me see. Yeah, this is better. They're in a cave, so it should be a little dark as you go further in and lighter as you go towards the exit where the monsters are. And if I turn these guys out of the way, you notice I have to make the ground for the cave. So let me go back to, is this the line work? Yes, it is. And let me go back to this. Let me get this out of the way. All right, let me close this up. Zoom in. Right, and we'll do like a so this way I can drop the light out there, make it bright. I can bring you guys back. So now background is that. I think the foreground. I think somewhere over here is going to be a mixture. This is where I'm going to have to play a lot. Let me hide these guys. Right, and then if I go a little darker here, ooh, they got the ground too. That's no bueno. I gotta fix that. That shouldn't have happened. Why did it get the ground? Let me move Gorf out the way. That's why. You see that hole right here? That's why. Shouldn't have done that. So close that up right there. Boom. There it is. Now we can go back to doing business. Business. There it is. Do this. Oh, I got another hole. Acting up. And then with this one, I want like a let me get Gorf back in here. Let me look at. Let me hide Gorf. I'm just doing like multiple colors. If I do that in the back, let's get some textures. And then this, I have to, sorry that I'm talking to myself, but close this right here. Okay, let's go back here. Let's drop you. That's darker. We'll do that. And then we'll do lighter. Right? Or maybe even lighter. There you go. Then the ground, and then the sky. I'll do this like white real quick. Get you back in here. Get you guys back in here. Oh, I know what I just did. I gotta fix this. Or you guys gotta go down here. There it is. Boom. Okay. So there's the flats. I gotta fix some of those things there. I see some errors. So basically, if you've seen in this scene yesterday, Gorf is going into the cave, trying to escape the elements and thinking he's going to be safe. But as you can see, he's being followed in. But Gorf knows he's being followed in. Remember the scene in Troy, right, where they're luring them in because they want to attack them. So they're following him on the beach into the cave, into that whatever that compound was. This is what this reminds me of. Like, he knows he's being followed, and they think they have him cornered. They think they know, but have no idea. This is the diary of Cosmic Gorf. So it's gonna be fun. I'm having fun drawing this, and so this is step 1. Step 2, let me zoom in. Step 2 would be starting adding all of the elements I see here. I'm going to, since I decided to move this layer to the front, I'm going to extend his arm instead of having this closed off right here, which, right, that's the, if I open his arm up, let me zoom in. I get rid of this line here and just start extending his, my dog is scratching at the door, driving me nuts. Let me do this. Normally I would do it with a pencil first, but we're going to since I've been doing this long enough, I'll just just wanted to give his arm, add the arm element, and notice I have to color here, so we're going to add that coloring. And then let me just make this the because right now what you see is the background, and I want to get rid of the background. See? And it's just movie magic. It's gone. Fill that space, added that. And then I'll fix some of this stuff on the bottom, like over here. His foot should be behind this rock. So I'm going to eliminate that. And you see all these white spots here. I'm going to eliminate that. What is this one? Gorf writing this is what I'm working on too. I have to do the backgrounds and the snow and the wind and all that stuff. I really love this scene. Like that Gorf riding that beast is going to be a sticker. And that sticker is going to be, if we get to $3,000, that will unlock that sticker. Everybody will get that sticker, and it's 4 inches, which is pretty cool. And this is one of my favorites. George said this should have been a variant cover. I could still make this a really exclusive trading card. Yeah, I'm really digging this one here. I showed this one. This is one I got to finish. It's flatted. This one I've done. This is another one that George was like, this could be a poster or a cover. That's Gorf, plotting his next move. And then this is one I'm working on. I still haven't got to this one because this one is going to have a lot in it. So it has 3 of the main characters in the front. It's going to have oncoming, attacking ice creatures. And you know what sucks? I drew this one, but I didn't do the time lapse, so I'm not recording it. Dang it. Anyway, if you like this episode and if you like this piece, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you really like it, help a brother out, man. Without your help, man, nothing happens. Click that link, head over to Kickstarter and support, even if it's a digital copy. Make a pledge, support, get yourself a copy. It's a really fun book, and it's also a good gift. If you know about somebody's birthday that's coming up, it's a great birthday gift. If you know anybody who loves indie comics, loves sci-fi, adventure, anybody who's a gamer, it'd be a great way to give it to as a gift, man. So what I'm going to do is thank you guys for signing in today. Thank you E4 Comics and Dark Form and Comics for All and Night and Day Anime and everybody else is watching on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Thank you guys so much. I will leave you with a little message from me to you. You guys have a fantastic day.
Hi, my name is Samuel. I'm an artist and creator, and I created CosmicWars when I was 12 years old. And now I get to share it with you after all these years. And I can spend this entire time trying to convince you why I would love for you to back this campaign. But I'd rather just
In the shadows of the cosmos, a war is on the rise. A pirate with a broken heart, with treachery is his disguise. 'Cause our king now betrayed his brother for power and for gold. With the whispers of the art, the neon star, legends left untold. Through the starlit skies he sails, reckless and